RJ Productions here. I just got the Klock Werks windscreen in, and so windshield. So I'm about to put that on my bike. I'm about to open it, just show you a quick unboxing. It did come with a couple of Klock Werks stickers here. Pretty cool, got those. But let's open it up and see what it looks like. So this is the 12-inch that I got, not the 13.5. And this is it's a dark smoke. So right here, got some instructions that come with it, packaged up. So packaged up in this kind of a foam wrap. So I'm going to open this up and let you guys take a look and get my first look. So for y'all that like that sound, there you go, that popping. But here's the windscreen. I've come from that sport bike world. That's why I like to say windscreen versus windshield, but some guys call it windscreen, windshield. So I'm gonna leave that plastic on it for right now while I install it, and I'll pull some of it back. But just wanted to get you guys a look at it. It's the dark smoke 12-inch windshield from Klock Werks for the Road Glide for the 2023s and up. So anyway, about to install it here on the Whiskey Knee. And also it comes with all your hardware. So check it out. And right before I put this on, I'm going to show you guys, we're going to compare it to all the other windshields that I've tried on this bike. So I'm going to show you all of those. So that's coming up. All right, so I'm about to remove this windscreen. So this windscreen, this is the Harley-Davidson 10.5-inch windscreen. It's got a little bit of a flip up here. You can see it's a great windscreen. I mean, when I put this one on, it was like my favorite windscreen. So let me just show you guys this real quick. And I'll show you this. I'll go in more depth on this in a little bit. But so that is one of them, the windscreens. This is the stock windscreen that was on there. It was terrible. I went ahead and put this 4.5 with the little flip on it. You can see that little bit of a flip. And I put that on there. It was a little bit better than stock, but not much better than stock at all. And so then I went ahead and went to this 10.5 right here. And I could hear my music a whole lot better. The wind was off me. I could actually ride with a baseball cap on forward, even with a baseball cap on forward, going 70 to 80 miles an hour, that cap wouldn't come off. I could hear my music so much better. I mean, it was just so good, even though I didn't like how tall it was, and I didn't like that it was clear. And I love the way that little 4.5-inch looked, but it just did not give me much wind protection at all. And so it just wasn't comfortable. I couldn't hear my music as much. So that's why I went with this windscreen, and it is great. I just wish it was dark. If this was like blacked out like these, like one of these two, I would actually keep this one over probably the Klock Werks. I'm hoping the Klock Werks will look good, and I like it. It's a little bit higher, I believe. And then also, I just like the styling of this one, maybe a little bit better. Maybe I just need to let that one grow on me, but we're going to try it and see. But anyway, just wanted to say, if you guys don't like the Klock Werks, you don't want to do that, this windscreen is great. It is really great. It's going to be an opportunity for me to go to that, and I just got to get used to it. But I'll let you guys know once I'm riding with that one for a while how it compares. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off now. So you got is basically just this is a T25, and you could just unscrew all of these and take it off. It actually comes with a couple of brackets. So I'm about to take this off now. And then it just comes out. So that's the 10.5-inch right there from Harley-Davidson windshield. Really nice, really good. Just wish it was tinted. All right, I'm going to work on getting the rest of this on, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about the windscreens. I'll let you look at both of them and compare them off the bike, and then I'll put it on and show you guys what it looks like. Hey everyone, RJ Production here again. I'm going to show you these different windscreens, okay, windshields. This windshield is a stock windshield that came on my bike when I first had it. There's no flare, there's no flip to it. It actually does look good, but it does zero wind protection, right? This one is another one that I bought. Actually, I bought these at the same time to try them and see which one I like better. But this one is a 4.5 inches, actually a little shorter than this one, but it does have a flip up flare. So it performs almost just like this one, maybe a little bit better than this one for its wind protection on this windshield. It looks the best. I believe this is actually the one that comes on the CVO STs. And it's a nice looking windshield, but it just doesn't do anything wind protection. And you can't hear your music hardly at all because of all the wind. This is a 10.5 inch Harley one. Lots of wind protection. Can actually wear no helmet, hat on forward, and not worry about it flipping up on you. And you can hear your music a whole lot better. The only problem with this particular windshield is just that it's clear and it doesn't have the best styling. I actually like the shape and form of it, but I like the fit of it on the bike. I just don't like the clear part of it. I want it to be dark smoke. I'm 6 foot, so I can easily see right over it, no problem. This is the Klock Werks, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off. This is a new Klock Werks. This is not the big 13.5 inch. This is actually the 12 inch sport flare windshield for Klock Werks, okay? And it is the dark smoke. So this is what I'm about to go through. And then if you can look and see right here, it's a lot thicker than this one. So we'll see how well it fits, but it is a lot thicker. It's got some sharp edges on it, whereas this kind of has the round edges on it. So we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. And I'll show you guys, you can see before and after video and footage to see which one you like. I really like this. It was not a bad windshield. I've heard of people trying to tint it, paint it, different things. I just didn't really want to go through all that. I heard that the tint will not stick to it. So that's why I didn't do that. But it still looks okay. So we'll see how this one looks. It's a little bit wider. I know my buddy has the 13.5 inch, and it's actually even wider and bigger, and it's just a little bit too big for me, for my style and for what I like on a bike. I want the most minimalist look that I can get, sleek look, sporty look on my bike with the windshield. But also I do want to get some decent wind protection. So it's a compromise. It's a relationship between how much wind protection you want and how much styling you want. But anyway, there's all 4 of the windscreens right now. The only other one is the real big one, but my buddy has that on his CVO Road Glide. And so actually I can get you guys some footage of that one and see if you like that one. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed on the bike. So I'll show you some video footage of that and then show you what it looks like when it's on the bike. All right, guys, RJ Production here again. Going to show you everything. This is everything that comes in the box. So each one of these are going to be individually wrapped inside a package. You got to open each one of those up. They also, on the back here, they have R on the back, so you know which set goes to the right side, which set goes to the left side, and this one has the left on it. So actually one of these is going to go down on the bike just like this, and then this is going to go on top of the windscreen. So you don't use the rubber grommets because of that. So we'll see how that makes that sit off inside that little area, because I've kind of heard some guys say sometimes they felt like this was moving a lot, maybe because not having those rubber grommets. We'll find out. Also, you're going to come with four screws right here. 2 of them are going to be long, 2 of them are going to be short, and that's just for the, the shorter one and the longer one going in each one of these. And so this one, I believe that you got the 2 different holes here, so it just kind of depends on which windscreen you're using, whether you're using this 12.5, it's 12 or the 13.5. So anyway, I'll show you. I'm about to get this installed, so I'll show you a few footage of that. Okay, so this right here is for the left side. This one's for the right. So it's actually referring to left and right side if you're sitting on the bike. So this would be the right control. So that's the right side. This is the left side here. You're going to use some painter tape to go ahead and tape these on so they don't fall off. So they kind of snug fit in there. And then you just tape it down with some painter's tape. I'm going to try not to get that on my paint, on my actual paint job. I'm going to do just a quick test here. So one thing that I'm noticing, want to make sure you're able to get your painter's tape off. So I taped this one over the top, but I did this one around the back side. I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just so it's easier for me to pull that tape off. So let me get me a new piece of tape. Just something to hold that on there while you're sliding everything in and getting your bolt set. So, okay. All right, now you want to get this little bracket. You're going to put that on there. Make sure it tells you right side, left side here. Okay. Let's see. And that little notch, that thick end, is going to be on the bottom. So this part is going to be on the bottom. The little flat, more flat surface side is going to be on the top. You're going to put your bolt through that. Kind of get it lined up and started. Now we're going to get the bottom one started, the shorter one. Kind of got them started. Now I'm going to get the other side started before I actually tighten them. Just to make sure everything's lined up correctly. Okay, so I just want to make sure I get them all at least started a little bit. Okay, so I got them all catching and screwing in a little bit. Before I tighten it down, I'm going to go ahead and try to work to pull my painter's tape out. So I got one side out. I recommend maybe leaving a little flap up so it's easier to pull out. I probably should have done that, but I didn't. Okay, got both of those out now. So now I'm going to just tighten everything down. A little bit at a time. right, guys, there it is. She's on there. I have to get it and clean it up a little bit. But tell me what you think. Comment below. Tell me if you like the way it looked, if you liked one of the other shields, which ones, windscreens, windshields, which ones have you used? I mean, honestly, all in all, I really like it. I think it looks really good. I like the fact that I think it actually looks a little better on this bike because of the black on the Whiskey Neat. The black in the center there kind of matches up with the windscreen. So it makes the lines look really good, and it makes the windscreen not look as big as I've seen on some pictures of some others. And I'll show you, I'll clip in some pictures of some others that I got. One of my friend has the, he actually has the dark platinum with this exact same windshield on there. So I'll show some pictures. I'll put some in here of what the dark platinum looks like with this 12-inch dark smoke Klock Werks windshield. And then my other buddy has the dark platinum, and he has the 13.5-inch windshield. So I'll put some pictures of both of those so you can see those and then see how it compares and contrasts on here with the Whiskey Neat. So one of the things that I noticed, and just come in, I'm gonna show you guys this. One of the things that I noticed right here, on the 13.5-inch, it comes out a lot wider. So it's gonna angle out a little bit. I don't know how it looks. I saw it on the dark platinum. I didn't see it on the Whiskey Neat, so I'm not sure how that comes out on the Whiskey Neat. But you guys know that there's a body line right through here. It's kind of harder to see on the Whiskey Neat. You can see it a little bit more on the dark platinum. And so I like the fact that the Harley-Davidson windshield kind of lines up with that body line, comes in a little bit. This is in more than a 13.5-inch. So I do like that. So luckily, what I do like is that on this, the way this paint is coming through, this line kind of meets up here with that body line. And then this fade right here, this fade line actually kind of stops right here. So it's still kind of lined up there a little bit. So I do like that because I'm all about clean lines and how things line up and look. I like things that are symmetric. Some guys like asymmetric, I get it. But for me, I like symmetrical things. And I just like the way it kind of fits the body lines a little bit better. That's what I actually liked about the Harley Davidson, that 10.5 that I had on here. But this is not bad. Now that I see it on the Whiskey Neat, it actually is not too bad the way they kind of angled that. So I'll let you know if it actually takes some some wind off my hand or not. My buddy that has the 13.5-inch, he says that it actually protects his hands from some of the wind also. So I'll give you guys some more feedback, but that's my install. That's what it looks like. I actually think I really like it now that I actually see it on the bike. I like it more than I did just seeing it, you know, in the box and seeing pictures. And so, yeah, hopefully as long as it gives me the wind protection I need and actually helps with the sound, this is probably going to stay on my bike. So Klock Werks, looks like you may have did a really good job. And like I said, some guys might like that 13.5. It's just too big and bulky for me. But I think this is going to be it for me. And actually, even if you decided to come out with something that was a little bit shorter, maybe a 10.5, maybe a 10.5, come out next, that would be cool. I'd love to try that. But right now, I think this is going to be the one. And so I'll let you guys know how it rides. I don't know if I get a good ride in today and get good footage today because the sun is coming down. So what I'll probably do is get my ride in tomorrow after church. Today's Saturday. Get my ride in after church. In the sun, give you guys some videos, some feedback on what I think about how it rides and all of that. So I'll check you guys out later. Keep subscribe, like, give me comments, give me feedback. Tell me what you would like to see next. Any footage, any videos that you want to come out, I can put that stuff together for you. One of the things here, I need to do some more videos on some of the upgrades that I have done on the bike. I've done the Klock Werks slip-ons here, but I'm looking at next week, go ahead and putting on the full header pipe on this, the Klock Werks header pipe. So I need to get a sound test and video, so I got that coming soon. So subscribe, stay tuned. I hope you guys like it. Check you later. RJ out.